Hey! So, welcome to Mai Life. I'm Mai Irynna.
And I'm Mai Adylla.
Alright, we
We tried this like 4 times before.
Anyway, so we're both sisters and we're from Malaysia, but we're both studying at the University of Bristol.
And the thing is, we're not twins.
Yeah.
But
Let's do a little age drop.
Okay, I am gonna be 24. I was born in 2001.
And I was born in 2003, gonna be 22.
But somehow, somewhere, we ended up doing similar courses and living together and basically moving to uni at the same time.
Yeah, so even though we're not twins, we ended up just moving into our university academics together. And honestly, we've been wanting to start this podcast for quite some time now, since second year, I think. Do you agree with that? Because
Yeah,
we've
I
been
think
talking
so.
about this for so long.
We've always wanted to do this, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, like, because of the situation that we're in, it's, like, unique enough to talk about it. It's, like I don't know anyone online.
I don't know anyone.
In life, hell no. But, like, online, I don't know anyone has this, like, experience and stuff. So I think this would be a good idea to just talk.
Oh, yeah. So we're just here to honestly just talk about our experiences, and especially since we're in third year now, it just feels like now is the right time. We're done with third year, so we have the time to do it.
Yeah. We've always, like, we never had the time before because there's been classes and part-time jobs and just, yeah, I don't know. Now it's
busy.
perfect timing because exams finished last month and, yeah, we have the time to sit down and do this.
So basically, we're just here to talk about my life.
Okay, that was a bit weird.
We were supposed to do it together.
I wasn't gonna. We said that in the beginning. Anyway,
So should we get started?
Kind of drawn up some questions.
Okay. Yes, I have. Okay, so my first question for the both of us, you can answer first, is how was university different from what you expected? And if it was different, how would you say it was? How would you say?
Oh, do you think it's different than what you expected?
I think so. I came into it thinking that it was going to be more serious than it is. Just because, especially like when you're an international student, you have to go through like many tests. Do you remember when we did the TB tests? And
Oh, you mean the lung thing?
yeah, you have to like get your lungs checked. You have to apply for so many things just to get accepted to move to the UK. And don't even talk about applying the whole UCAS thing. I don't. This is just a big flashback. But then now
what
that
was the thing that they made it like? They made us do the statement.
what's the statement? Oh, you need to have funds. Is it that one?
No, the personal statement.
Oh yeah, okay. So to get into university, you also have to write a personal statement onto why you want to do the course that you want to do, and just
yeah.
what was it that they made you say? I don't actually know.
I don't know. It's like, why do you want to do this subject, and why is it important to you?
Yeah, but now that we've done all 3 years of our university, our undergraduate, I think it's just not that serious. And especially if you're someone who's watching this and you're thinking of applying to university, just know that it's not that serious, so you don't have to be stressed going into it.
Yeah, and I think maybe if you're like trying to go abroad, I think the process is a bit daunting in the beginning, but take it from us, it's not too bad.
Yeah, being international students. And I think everything will just work out, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it just magically works out, but
yeah.
We hope maybe this will give you just a bit of an idea of what to expect. I don't know.
Okay, so what did you like most about uni?
I liked the freedom. I think when you move away from your house and you don't live with your parents anymore, you have the freedom of choosing what to do with
But I
your
think
time
it's so
in your
big
life.
for us, especially since we moved countries. Like, we're so far away, especially like Malaysia is like so far, 14-hour flight from here.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys what actually happened when we first moved.
Okay, what's the tea? How do you just know this?
What do you mean?
You just out of nowhere, you're like, I'm gonna tell you what happened.
I'm gonna tell you what happened with us.
Okay.
So I was excited to move, but really,
says the bitch who cried
that's
for
what
like...
I was just about to get into that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I was just gonna say, so when we first came in September of 2022,
yeah.
we had our first layover in Singapore in Changi, and I swear I told we when we landed, I was crying on the flight.
Yeah, she was a
To
big
Singapore.
drama queen. Do you remember that guy we spoke to?
Yeah.
So we took a flight with Qantas. So the Qantas way it goes is from you go from Malaysia to Singapore, and then from Singapore you go to Heathrow. It's a bit counterproductive, but that's how the route goes. So on the flight,
The first flight.
Yeah, the first flight to Singapore. I remember there was this man who spoke to us.
Yeah, he was sitting beside me and he was just like...
She was obviously crying.
I was distraught.
She was
I
like...
was like in tears. I couldn't even breathe. I was just...
No, because it was really funny because leading up to it, you were like, I'm so excited to leave. I'm so
Yeah,
ready. Like, it's time to spread my wings.
Yeah.
She was
And then
actually
when
giving...
I said bye to our parents, I was like, oh, you're not following us?
Yeah. Oh, because we did have to fly alone, but we
Yeah.
had each other. But I think most people who study abroad, when they're first moving, they tend to go with their parents, but not us. We went together. Obviously, because our situation's unique. There's two of us, so they're just like, okay, bye, send us off.
Yeah. So anyway, I was crying, and that guy was just... I don't really remember what he said, but it was just kind of like, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. That was the gist of what he said. And I think in hindsight,
He was
everything
right.
didn't work out in the end, but...
Oh my god.
But-
Shout out to that man.
Yeah, man, if you're watching this. No. I think in hindsight, everything did work out in the end, but it was really scary and I was crying. And anyway, so we get to Singapore and I say to Irynna, I was like, I think we need to turn around.
No, literally, she was like, is it too late to go home? I was like, I remember saying like, we're literally here. Why would we go back?
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't want to go further away because that means it's harder for us to go back. I remember you said that. She was honestly just
I
like
was
distraught.
Yeah.
I was sad, but I don't think I was as bad as
No,
you.
you weren't. I think, but the thing is,
I think this is like flashback to primary school because when I was in kindergarten and Adylla was about to enter primary school, I remember she cried so hard. That was just
Wait,
like
what?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You cry.
Why?
Ask our parents. literally.
Why?
I don't know. You just cry all the time. She just
Oh yeah, I
cries
was a crier.
She just cries at big life changes.
Yeah, I think I don't adjust well.
Yeah. So
At the start.
Yeah, I remember. So then you cried.
Oh yeah,
You
because
cried
my
so
phone
hard.
won't work. So I used to cry.
Oh.
So we used to get picked up. But then, on a side note, this is about primary school now. We used to get picked up after school and they gave me like this brick Nokia phone.
This was back in
Primary
2000 and
Like 9.
the Nokia era.
Yeah, and the button to press to pick up a call won't work.
I think it just sounds like you being like technologically like
Yeah,
dumb.
I think so. Anyway, that's not even important. So
So we got here. Do you remember? We got to Heathrow. Obviously, the bitch was crying throughout the whole flight.
and the
I think you
bus
were.
and the
But
bus.
she's just crying so hard. I was like, how am I gonna put up with this shit?
But it's not my fault because our dad kept sending us like these super long emo messages.
Oh, that's true. I forgot
And
about
how
that.
do I?
You would say he wrote like I think easily like 1,000-word essay. It was like, oh, I'm gonna miss you guys and everything, and I'm like,
Yeah,
like, I
and
think
that doesn't
was
help
so-
the crier. Like, I think so. The entire like 3-hour bus ride from Heathrow to Bristol, I was in tears. I just.
She was literally just crying.
And then and then we reached the Bristol like bus station, and then one of our relatives booked an Uber for us, and as soon as we got the keys to our first accommodation.
Yeah, which was Brunel House, if anyone's interested.
Yeah. I was crying as well.
Yeah, she literally cried. She just cried.
Do you
throughout
think I
the whole
cried for a
thing.
week?
I
Or,
think
like, 2
no. I
days?
don't. I think it was a few days.
2 days.
So when we first got here, I remember riding the Uber and I was like, oh yeah, shit, because we have been to Bristol prior to moving here, but it was like a long time ago. I think I was like 10.
16.
Oh,
Huh?
I swear I was like 10. No, I was 13. So I think you were 15. Because you remember the picture of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
gonna attach the picture.
Am I? Where
Yeah,
is
I
that
can-
picture?
I can find it.
Okay,
somewhere.
she'll find the picture. This is us.
At 15 in Cabot Circus.
Yeah, I was 13. Yeah.
Well, we didn't know we were gonna move here.
Yeah, it's really crazy because like you know the thing on TikTok, like oh the butterfly effect and things
Yeah.
like that. Oh sorry, we have a fly in our house. It's summer,
guys. So
yeah, so it's crazy like how life works out when you really think about it. But what were we saying? Okay, so
what? We keep steering off the topic. What was the question?
no, so we were saying about how you were crying in first year.
Oh yeah, but okay. Moral of the story: it gets easier. trust me, because I cried for 2 days straight.
Yeah, literally big crybaby here.
We didn't have a pillow. Remember that?
Oh yeah, there was like a pillow shortage when we moved. And also when we moved, the queen recently passed away, so they were having the
funeral and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was really sad because everything felt
The
really
queen,
like sad.
yeah.
I don't care about the queen, by the way, but I mean,
Cancelled.
I mean, you know what I mean. Like, she, not personally, I don't
Yeah.
know the queen, but yeah, I just felt like it should be like a big welcoming, and it was, in my opinion, I think it felt very like
small.
no, yeah, and just kind of like not that was our parents' like intention, but I felt like if they had come with and we said goodbye, it would be like a bigger deal.
Oh.
But because they sent us off, I felt like it was a bit like, oh, here you go, just go.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not trying
I
to
think
fault them.
I went into it just not really having any expectations, and maybe that's why I was fine. But
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing when you go into university is that you feel this need to like, okay, I need to make friends now. Like, I think everyone feels that. I don't know if you felt that way.
No,
she was
because
like,
I
she
had-
was like quite mature coming into it.
Yeah, because I was about to be 21 at the end of the year.
Yeah. So you were 20,
Holy
about to
shit.
turn 21 when you first started university.
Yeah, so I was like, in that year I would be 21, so I was mature. I had friends that were in this
They were third year.
she was so yeah, I had people I know in this university coming into it, and they were like in their final year, and
Yeah.
I was just about to start, which is
so crazy because now we're there.
yeah.
So, okay, what else do you like about university? I don't think I would say that. You know, many people say that, oh, you really feel like you grow up, but I don't know if that's something that I liked about it. It's just that
Yeah,
you kind of...
you're kind of forced to grow up.
Yeah.
Not that as a like kind of thing, but yeah, I will say that we have grown up.
I think I've grown up a lot in the last 3 years. And like, if you are interested in growing up, go to university.
Yeah, if you wanna grow as a person.
Yeah, there's so many
But do
things.
you think, okay, I think for Irynna at least, I think she has become more confident.
Really?
Yeah. Do you not
Oh.
think?
Yeah, I guess I was a bit mousy back then.
Mousy.
I don't think I was ever like mousy, but I think now I'm just like, I just don't really care what people think anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just do my own
You
thing.
have your
and
own way.
Yeah, and if people don't like that, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think I was that stressed to find friends. That
Yeah.
was not me. But I don't know about you.
I think I was
You'd
definitely.
be like, I need to make
Yeah,
friends.
I was like, who's gonna be my friend?
I
in
used to say to
uni?
you, I don't know if you remember in first year, I used to say to you, like, the good friends that you want to keep will come to you,
Yeah.
and the ones that you don't want around, you don't have to bother.
Okay.
So, you don't remember
No,
that?
I remember.
Oh, okay.
I remember having a crisis. I think this is when I cried. Do you remember? I was like, who's gonna be my friend? I'm like, because when I came to university, I didn't know anyone in the university because she did. So I was just feeling a bit like, oh shit, I don't know anyone. But I think it all worked out. I was just being a drama
But let me
queen.
be real. In university, you're gonna have a lot of like, not fake friends, but like high and by friends.
Yeah, it doesn't go past the surface. Like you when you see them, like it's good and fun. It's not like you're fake, but
Yeah,
it's
okay,
just that
fake's not the right word.
it's just that it doesn't
Surface
go.
level.
Yeah, it doesn't go past that. And I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of that in university.
And I think if you just open TikTok and you just like look at like Freshers Week, all they
Yeah.
talk about is like, oh, what course are you doing? Oh, what's your name?
No, that's literally every conversation you have with anyone you meet in first year is, oh, what course are you doing? What accommodation are you in?
Can I
And-
have your Instagram? And
Can I
that's
have-
it.
Yeah, basically. It's not really Instagram, but it's just socials. Any socials, and they're like, yeah, ooh, and then it doesn't really go beyond that.
Yeah. Okay, I will ask you something though.
What?
Do you regret anything?
In university?
Yeah,
No,
I know.
not at all.
Me too. I think I take everything that I did, and I'm glad I did what I did, and all my decisions. I don't regret a thing.
Me too. I like you asked me point blank. I literally regret nothing. Okay, so the next question I have for us is, what did you hate most about uni?
The schoolwork.
That's so stupid though when you say that, because you're going to university, so obviously you have to do work.
No, but you know, like before when you're still applying, all it is just like getting your foot, like there, like
In the
bringing
door.
yourself. like actually like the physical move, and like, and then when you're there, you're like, oh shit, I actually have to do work every week.
But I will say, first year is more, it's not light. I think you still learn, but it's not that stressful because in the UK, they don't, like, whatever you do in first year doesn't count to your final degree classification. So it's supposed to give you time to adjust, but I think that was when I had, like, the most fun. I'm just going to be honest, like, because we're here to be honest on the podcast, but I think, like, that was when I took university, like, least seriously. Like, I was just scraping by. And I mean, I don't know if I would recommend you do that, but usually that's what happens, and it's kind of just there for you to like adjust and really like just get into the university life.
I think for a lot of people it's like moving out from your home where you used to stay with, you know, whoever, your parents, where they used to take care of everything, and having to learn to build your own schedule is why they give that flexibility of not counting that first year marks, which I think helped, because if not, I'd be screwed. But yeah,
I think what I hate most about university is 9 a.m.s.
That's so funny though, because when you go to school, like in secondary school, you just it starts at 8.
Yeah,
you end at, like,
but I think that's just for us because we're in Malaysia, but I don't know how it goes for other, like in the UK and for other schools. I don't know what time they start.
Well, I don't know. Our schooling hours used to be like 8 till 3:40.
3:40 and then 3:50 in upper secondary, right?
I think so.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
Yeah, and you do like 10 subjects.
Yeah, and we had a discussion about this, and we were saying, well, why is it that in secondary school you can do so much more than what you can do in university? And we both came to the conclusion, and we think that it's because you have to manage your whole life. Like, you have to... Okay, so the first thing is you have to get yourself from wherever you're staying to university, and you have to think about, okay, what are you gonna eat, and like what are you gonna do, what are your plans, like, because obviously you need to have like social plans as well, because you don't want to just be like stressed, you know.
No, yeah, you need to have the balance of like going out for fun and being actually like realistic with what you want to achieve in the week.
It's really
for the day.
I think that's like the biggest thing when you go into university. That's the biggest thing that changes. Like, you are responsible for your own time, and you have to use that time to what you think would work best for you.
Yeah, and I think for us, I think it was very. We said this before we even moved. Like I said to Irynna before we moved. I don't know if you remember this conversation, but I definitely said the thing I want to do most, when we're there, is I want to travel. I said it point blank. I said, like,
and I was like, hell yeah.
I said I want to find a job. I want to make sure we have the money to spend that is ours, and I want to travel.
Yeah, I think we've accomplished quite a bit in terms of traveling. We have been to so many places.
We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
We can do that for another
That'll
episode.
be the next episode. So if you want to come back and listen to that, please come back. We'll be talking about that. So
yeah. I think the next episode can be like job and country.
Okay, so the last thing I have for this is, do you have any interesting story times from like our time in university? I think the interesting thing is how we ended up on the same research project. Can we talk about that?
Okay.
So for our third year, we both got into this project called Drugs from the Deep, and I don't know if we want to like give something about. Okay, I'll explain it as best as I can. So, we had sea sponges. So these are grown in, where did they extract them from? The Atlantic?
Yeah.
Something like that. Atlantic. So we took the sea sponges, and what we tried to do is to see, how do I explain this? Because it feels really sciencey. Can you explain it?
Okay, we wanted to see if the bacteria that are harbored in sea sponges, if they have the potential for curing cancer, potentially. I know that sounds like crazy.
That sounds like such a big gap.
And and that sounds like we did something so important, but it's not really.
Oh my god,
it's not that serious.
Okay, fine. That's true.
It's the truth, though. I don't think it was that serious. I think that just makes it seem like a wider impact research project than it really was. But what we were doing was testing whether
we were just seeing if the secondary metabolites grown on the secondary metabolites created by bacteria on sea sponges have the
Within.
chance within sea sponges have the chance to cure cancer.
Yeah.
So that was
And,
what we
and not
did.
to get so sciencey, but we didn't expect to.
No, yeah, literally, because that was the only thing that we applied. So there was some overlap in our choices, but that was the only one where we chose the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we
got
ended up
assigned.
getting onto the same project.
So that means we spent 6 weeks.
I
in
think
the
it was
lab.
5. I think
Oh.
you're a scammer. I think it was 5.
Okay, sorry, 5 weeks in the lab from Monday to Friday.
That was so crazy, honestly. It was so like intensive, but it went by
I think
so quick.
In the first week, we were like, "Holy shit, how are we gonna do another 4 weeks of this?" But I think
As you get into it, it just
Gets
flies
easier.
by. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that was me. Do you have any interesting story time?
Not really.
What? What? There was nothing interesting that happened? Think like maybe
No.
first year. What happened in first year?
Nothing much. Oh my god, I was lucky because my best friend used
Who's
to
your
be...
best friend?
Girl, are you
Nabila?
kidding me? No, Zoni.
Oh!
Did you forget? She's
Zoni,
gonna,
I'm so
she's
sorry for
gonna
watching
kill
this.
you.
I was like, which best friend? She has 3 best friends. So I was like, who's your best friend? Like, which one?
Okay, well, there was one that was in a different university to us. She's in UWE. Oh, she
UE.
was. She was.
She was.
Um,
They call it UE, by the way, for people who are
Don't
not
know.
from Bristol. Yeah.
So she was in UE. But how bizarre. How bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre that we both ended up in the university, like the same university city.
Yeah, so
That's-
there's 2 universities in Bristol. So it's our university, the University of Bristol, which everyone calls UOB. And there's University of West England, I want to say.
Yeah.
So that's UE. And so it's really funny how her best friend ended up in UE and we're here.
So I think that was
the
maybe one of the
craziest thing.
reasons why I wasn't bothered to
Oh, yeah.
look for friends.
That's why she was so secure, guys. I was so insecure.
I was like,
I was 18
whatever.
when I came to... No, I was 19 when I came to university.
No, you're not 18.
Yeah, I was kind of old, but yeah, 19, and I was like just erratic teen basically.
Yeah.
But I think you had Zoli, so I think you were like just like vibing.
Yeah, I was just
But
like,
the difference is that Zoli was in 3rd year and you were in 1st, so
Yeah.
she had like real things happening. You're just like clowning around, like, oh, I'm so stressed over nothing.
I know. Actually, how did she deal with me?
I know.
I
I
was so
think
annoying.
you were like insufferable because you're probably just like, oh, my first year, this, like, who even cares actually?
Yeah, I know. She was a bit stressed.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah,
I
so
get
she
it.
says now that we're done with 3rd year, like I can understand why she was so stressed because I felt the same way, like just like a few weeks ago.
So stressed. Anyway,
Do you have anything else to tell? Anything else that's interesting?
no. You need to like narrow down these questions a bit more.
Okay, sorry. Moving forward, I will narrow it down. But do you have anything else that's interesting that you want to tell?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if we should get into the job in this episode.
I think we can get into it now, to be honest.
Yeah?
Because we still have 7 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, people.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we first came in September of 2022, we told ourselves we need to find a job ASAP.
So this goes back to the travel story, like how you
Yeah.
said that we want to travel, and that was so true. We were
I
like,
think for a lot of people,
yes.
international students especially, I think very quickly you realize that you want to make your own money. Just to spend on
It's really
this.
funny because this is like the stereotype, like, oh, international students want to do this, do that, or international students show up like it's a fucking fashion show or something.
Well, most are.
Yeah.
We don't fall in that category.
Yeah,
obviously.
I come in looking like a slob. I'm gonna be so honest, especially at the 9 a.m.s. Like, don't catch me there.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
yeah.
we-
So okay, you can tell
No,
about your job first.
Okay. So I won't say it was easy. I think we easily applied to like, I don't know, like 15 different jobs.
I applied to so many. So she got accepted first. Are we gonna expose where we work?
I don't think so.
Is this like
Okay,
a
anyway,
security
we're not
breach?
going to say where we work, but I got the job in the one of 2 malls in Bristol. Goddamn.
Can you not say mall then? Oh shit, there's only 2 malls in Bristol.
That's what I'm saying. That's okay. It's one of the two. So I got this job, and then as a Christmas temp, and that just
So this was
means-
back in 2022 in our first year.
We said that.
Did we
Stop
say that?
repeating the
Oh.
same thing.
Sorry.
Oh, and now you can say where you work.
Okay, yeah. So, you got your job before me. Like she was accepted as an employee much earlier than me. I was.
No, it was just like a week.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
swear I felt much longer.
No,
I was
yeah.
stressing because I didn't have a job, but I became a Christmas temp at the Entertainer, which is a toy store. And so that was that. And so the first money that we got, where did we go?
Nowhere.
We were just like it was
No, we were
Christmas-
just happy to like spend on like food and shit that we wanted to.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
because
remember?
we literally we were like so desperate to make our own money because we were really like we need to make our own money so we can do things without. I don't know if this is like an Asian thing, but I just or if it's
Guilt?
just yeah.
Guilt? What?
No, but I don't know if this is an Asian thing.
Not
but
not that our parents were like.
we're like no, you can't spend money, but I don't know why we just had this thing where we felt bad spending like their money.
Yeah.
So we both feel that way. I'm not sure. I'm
I
not sure
know.
if it's an Asian thing. Let
Might
me
be
know.
an Asian trait.
Yeah, let me know if you're Asian. Like, do you feel this way?
Let me know if you're Asian. Yeah.
But so we were so happy. I think we spent our first Christmas.
I remember
in-
how much I made.
How much did you make?
When I first joined. One for an hour, I made £10.18.
£10. I made
Or
like
$9.18.
Oh, okay. I made more than her. I was rich. I was getting the bag. I made $9.89 an hour.
Yeah, I made $9.18. I
She
can't
was,
believe I
she was
used.
poor.
I can't believe I used to work for 9.
Yeah, but inflation is real. So I would say that in the last 3 years that we've been here, inflation is really bad.
Yeah.
Because the minimum wage has gone from £9 something to now it's £12 something, right?
£12.21.
That's crazy. So we were just happy to get our own money and do our own things. I think we were buying shoes, right?
Oh hell yeah!
This is when our shoe addiction started. We were just like, I wouldn't say the term for us is hype beasts, but we were just
Ew.
yeah.
Don't say that.
No, but what's the term? What do they call it? It's not hype beast.
Shoe addict.
Oh, I know what it's called. Sorry, I was a bit
Sneakerhead.
Sneakerhead,
Yeah.
yes. I don't know why I just
Yeah,
went to
what
like
did you-
2015 hype
Ew.
beast. That's so cringe, but.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
But we bought like a bunch of shoes and
A bunch. I think we bought one pair.
Yeah. Oh,
I
what
bought
was
the
that?
Panda Dunks if anyone knows.
Oh
it was,
my god,
it was
that
trendy
so
at the time.
Big. It
It
was
was
2022.
so
yeah.
trendy at the time.
I bought some Adidas Forum is what it was called.
Yeah.
It's the one with the strappies, if anyone knows what that is.
Yeah. It was like first like big.
Big purchase. I was feeling so grown up.
Yeah.
But now when you look at it, like,
It's like,
what? You're just like,
What the hell?
what the hell?
What the hell y'all think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since then, I've changed jobs. I think I've talked about it on my YouTube channel, but I work at Ben's Cookies now.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we're exposing? Okay, that's fine then. I work in Scribbler.
Oh, whoa! She just took a 180 and now she's just exposing where she worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the really cute thing is that right now, even till today, we work opposite each other.
I don't know if people will find that cute.
Is it cringe?
I don't know. I think it's cute, but
I think it's cute. I don't care what people think.
yeah.
It's really cute because sometimes when we have like the same shifts, I can just look out and I see her. I'm like, hey.
And I'm pricing cards.
Yeah. Yeah. Today I priced some cards in her shop. So it's really funny.
Yeah. It is cute. I
Yeah.
think. But yeah, I don't know where this. I don't know how we're gonna end this thing.
So I hope that this has been interesting.
I don't know if it has been, but
But I feel
I'm
like
trying to
there's
be
more
positive.
to come.
yeah,
Because-
we're gonna get into where we've been, what we've done,
There's gonna be so much more, and I apologize for like the low budget production right now. I literally
and the like not preparedness.
Yeah. Because we've obviously never done this, but I feel like podcasts are actually more hard than people let on. It's more
Yeah, much
difficult.
harder.
Yeah, it's more difficult to make than you would think.
Because you think it's just like sitting here and talking.
Yeah, but it's
actually
because you know when girls yap, then they start to move everywhere.
So I think moving forward, you have to expect us just kind of doing this, trying to stay on the right thing on the questions, but it's gonna.
Yeah, so I think we're done. So thank you for listening to this,
and I hope you made it to the end.
Yeah, you just put us on the side.
Oh, you know what we should do? You know what we should do? We should
What?
put like a fun words to see, and if you get this far,
Yeah.
I'm saying it as if we're gonna have like 10 people watching this right now.
Yeah.
But if you get this far, just comment it.
Okay.
What do you think?
What's the word? What's the word? Yeah. So give us a word.
Pickle.
Pickle.
Yeah.
Why pickle?
I don't know, because I'm looking at a pickle right now.
Oh. So comment pickle if you made it this far.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening if you made it this far.
Thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode.
In episode 2, it's gonna be better. Trust.
Bye.
Bye.